Okay, this time is gonna be another. This time, instead of like, I'll be doing this as a map guide for Mirage, both CT and T side. Now let's start with A side first. In CT, there are multiple spots you can play it from. Okay, let's start with aggressive ones. This is a one and done position. Unless you're super comfortable with your aim, or like you'd want to do something unexpected, it's a good like one and done position, because the first person that tries to clear the area, he dies, and then the second person can just like clear you. Okay, you can always do that. Very risky, not recommended unless you eco. This is very good if you have a teammate right here that can support you. Like, you can hold Palace, you can see Palace from here, and you can kill a person if they're not aware, because usually they're focused on staircase. Actually really recommended if you have a smoke down, right, and you can like spray through that. There's also the, but usually if you're playing this spot, you must have some trigger discipline. Like, you don't fire when the moment you see an enemy. You wait for everyone to pass by, and then you can mow them down. Typical under Palace. Or you can also do this like flash, by the way. You can do this. You can flash everyone who's entering the site, and they won't see it coming. So the moment you flash, you can kill them. But it's obviously like countered by a typical Palace push. Like, you can do this. Like, let's say there's a smoke here, they can just do this to you. Like, you just line up here, see this part of the doorway, and basically you're gonna get flushed out of there. Force, and then they can also like do this. Maybe if like there's all sneaky beaky, they can just molly you like that. Highly not recommended to be stuck there. There's also a typical spot of like holding close. It's only like recommended unless you're like really good aim and you're confident that you can out aim them before they pre-aim you. Because usually if I'm the player holding this, I'm gonna double peek and then I'm gonna pre-aim this spot where people are pushing. Second one, it's a default. They can play around the default box by doing this, or like actually full swing out, but I don't recommend this because you're wide open. Or you can do this, like you can hold Palace. So if usually when a person's like, if you're a Palace guy, you're actually gonna do this, like you're gonna clear side, then you're gonna focus on the whole side itself, not on this guy here at the top of the default. And so you can kill this guy and then suddenly swing, like they can't see you if you're crouching, but you can actually spray through the boxes, right? And when you stand up, you can kill the person here. And usually they won't be able to react to that because it's an off angle. And there's also the off angle from here. Also one and done spot. Another one and done spot. This one people don't actually know this, but you can like hold here. You can like kill multiple people, like kill one, drop down, and then fight in a different place. And the best spot that I've recently done that you guys don't really see often, because I usually play the connector now. If you're the A anchor, like you can look away to prevent getting flashed, and then you just wait for people to cross into Tetris, and then just do a full on spray on that, and they usually die because they'll usually clear CT, that default triple, and they won't expect one guy near the door here unless they watch YouTube videos of some really cheesy spots. And the best part about it is that if you're the guy here, you won't see him, he's right there. So the moment you swing out, only at this point will only be able to see you. So you're wide open from jungle, like triple, CT, stairs, right? It's a really good spot. Don't play it too often though. And the typical triple behind triple shit, like you can do like jiggle around. It's good for like if you have an op, this thing's OP because like you can just do this, like you can just switch, and then you can watch Palace as well. But as I said before, really risky, because sometimes actually you the guys don't notice this. Most of the time you guys don't notice anything, but like if we're pushing A side, I'll just molly the back of triple. That way if there's a guy there, you can just wait for him to push out and he'll die, either from the fire or me shooting at him. And did you know you can actually shoot through this? So if there's a guy here, please try to wallbang. He's actually killable. Okay, with an AK, not only with an AWP, but with an AK. So even with an M4, right, you can just do this. You can spray through. Okay, please. Not all of the things here. Like if you see a wooden like material, just shoot through it. Please, 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 please. Oh, another one. You can do this as a CT. Pop in and out. Provided that someone's covering your aim in. And you can just like peekaboo. Play around the spot. Then there's two ways. There's also this like part of holding CT. Can like as an operator can do this. You can do this. So you can like watch connector as well. But usually like operators usually crouch peek like this or just stand up. But they can see the top of your head from palace, so be careful around that. Okay, try to crouch. And then there's also the typical jungle opper hold here. Or you can do this hold, wait for them to like jump up, and then actually you can see their head from Tetris all the way from over there. If they try to jump, just spray on them. And there's also the typical like under stairs hold. If someone is covering your, you should make sure this one is clear though. Like or someone's watching it, so you can like play this area. And this typical stairs hold. Or you can like do this. But most people don't check this angle. It's a fucking good angle, by the way, because when they're clearing, like the stairs guy can't see you, right? And if you're a T side, when you're crossing the side, you're aiming towards this area, like slowly, like clear this. Like they're not even slowly clear; they're gonna run, and then suddenly there's one guy here. It's a really good off angle. Most people don't check that, okay? Then how to play mid? There's only like 3 ways to play mid. You play all the way aggressive, you play all the way passive, or you can do a mix of both. So this one can be held by a sniper, right? You can either do this typical, or you can do this like really good off angle, you can stand up here. Or what I like to do if I have a really good spawn, right, I'll go across all the way to the other side and line up this stone with this wall. So like from a like enemy point of view, when they do this, oh, no one here, and then the moment they cross, they get shot from some guy around in the middle area. So it's a really good off angle. Try to keep in mind about that, by the way. What else? This is also actually quite good if you have like a scope weapon, like an like an AUG or an SG5, or actually even a rifle. Even if a typical rifle is fine. Like as they're crossing, you just spray them down, by the way. What else? Oh, if there's a smoke, just spray through it. Please, just actually spray through it. It doesn't matter. It will scare them. Trust me. Oh, you can do this as well. Like you can flash over or have someone flash over for you. You can do this. Maybe like molly behind. Right? Oh fuck, that's a terrible one. Like you can molly behind the boxes, or you can like play damn close. Have someone flash for you. And usually when you play connector, right, you need to keep in mind of like 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Underpass in front of you and on the catwalk. So when you're playing like connector, try to isolate those positions, like angle. So if you're gonna like peek underpass, make sure you're not like open to those two. If you're like clearing the in front of you, like make sure that you're not open to catwalk and underpass, so you do this. And if like you're kind of try to peek catwalk, have a smoke down so you guys can clear this, okay? Oh, and this is actually a really good spot. Wait for them to cross, then boom. Or this one, wait for them to cross, boom. And you can actually use this smoke to peek on underpass. And if there's a guy actually pushing underpass, they can see you because this is a really good spot, so you can just kill them from behind, okay? Oh, and be short. Oh my god, I swear to god, not much people know how to play be short, okay? If you're a be short guy, you know you can actually just do a flash like this, and you can stop the whole tease from pushing mid so fast, right? And you can do this well. Please use your flash properly. So as I don't recommend you peeking like this unless you're like a scream or simple, or you have an like scope weapon like an op. What I usually recommend, flash over, peek, right? Or you can like smoke the entrance of catwalk, and then you just focus on this part of like the chair area, and then slowly like climb on top, kill those people. You can see the top of their head from there, right? And you can also like pre-aim this spot, those people who try to be short, boom, one tap. And then when they're trying to like cross into underpass, right, or I mean crossing the connector, you can just kill them. And if you know, let's say for example, you're the B-shot guy, A is being taken, please either throw smoke down or throw a molly down to prevent your connector guy from being backstabbed. Please don't leave that connector guy out, okay? You're supposed to watch. And one more thing, when you're rotating, the one playing the site should not be the one rotating, okay? Whoever is playing B short or market, or the one closest to the site, you should be the one rotating, not the guy at apps, okay? Not the one playing at van. If you're the person at mid, you rotate to connector. If you're from connector, you rotate to stairs. It's like a domino, you know? So like, here's how it's gonna go. You have two people playing A side, okay? One person playing A side, one person playing mid / A side. If your CT guy hears A push, you should rotate to the side. Then the guy here also rotate to the side. Then the guy here will help to watch mid. So at any point in time, at least one part, all of the part, like at least they're covering all parts of the map, you know, like you don't leave your man out, you don't leave your teammate out to dry, you know. Like the moment you leave a part of the map, someone else should cover it for you. Okay, that's the whole point. It's like, okay, something I learned in NSA, but if you're moving, someone cover your spot. Someone should always cover your spot, okay? If you're leaving mid, someone should cover mid. If you're leaving connector, someone should watch connector. Common sense. Okay, now playing B short, okay? Oh yeah, can also go up here to watch the underpass push. I can just like jiggle peek this, like peek around, and you can also hold this ridiculously good off angle as they're crossing with an op. Like if you're an op, you can just like one tap them and they're dead like a bitch. Oh, B. Oh my, I love playing B. Like people should know how to play B. It's fucking good to be abused. You can play passive with an op. You can like hold from here, here even. Oh yeah, by the way, this is called get right. This is get right. Please know this spot. You can hold from like under here or even under here, so when they jump out they don't even see you. Or I can play from here, okay? Here as well, so when they push out, just run into you. Oh, by the way, you can do this. Voila. You can just like, so basically like you go on the like the corner of this, you walk, you go at the side, like you go at the side, there's a part where you can like go up like this, and then you just jump. So always try to remember that, okay? Yes, you can also hold this angle and like this as well, but I don't recommend this because people will pre-aim this spot usually. No one will pre-aim this though, and usually no one will pre-aim this as well. It's very hard to fight someone playing these spots. That's why you smoke B side as much as possible. You have your typical bench hold. I recommend this, or you can do this like really advanced one where you can like hold at this part, so they don't like, they see this, oh there's no one here, and then they just walk right into you. You can also play from this spot, play anti-flash, and then when they hear them dropping out, just do a spray. You can do this, play this spot as an opper, wait for them to peek out wide, shoot. Never play this spot unless you know there's like, you're like playing, like you're trying to gain information, or like you're trying to like play a off angle like this, or even like this. But it's very unlikely you do this because they can just accidentally headshot you without you even realizing. And this used to be a good spot, but then they lowered this, so be careful, try to crouch. And you can also do your typical thing, yeah. That's pretty much it as CT. Now for T side, usually it's just knowing where to pre-aim the spots that I tell you. So pre-aiming this, and then if you have an op, right? Okay, fuck. If you have oh shit, I can't buy an op. What the fuck? Okay, so if you have a scope weapon, you can actually see all the way until here. You can see, but it's a very small thing. Like you can see that's one small teeny spot. And if you're gonna take any part of the map, please know your smokes well. Okay. Actually know your smokes, you know. So yeah, basically it's just knowing where to pre-aim a CT spot. The whole purpose of playing T site is just pre-aim the common spots, which I just told you just now. So some smokes that you can learn. So this one's more for like typical, so like top mid. You can do this. You can do this as well, like top mid smoke. Like you just crouch walk and then you reach that area. Fuck. Okay, apparently that's not the correct one. Wait, let me try to remember. So you can go here, aim at this like thing in the fence, and then once you reach like the white part, it should land properly. Yes, you should reach that white part. Yeah, and there's no like gap in the smoke, so you won't get one-wayed. There's also multiple ways of smoking mid. You can do this smoke for mid, like line up and then just aim slightly to the right of this antenna, and then you can do this. Really good smoke, by the way. Or you can do this B short smoke that I like to do, like aim at this spot, jump throw. Oh, you must have a jump throw bind. And this one's for connector, but it might give a one-way, so do it at your own risk. Like you aim below this part of the carpet, and then you can just like, yeah, just like that. It should be fine. But be careful for anyone trying to push this, by the way. And typical like smokes as well, fake smokes that you guys can learn is the one that I showed you. You guys can like walk up to here. This is the Kerrigan fake B smoke. You see this like fence behind, like in front of this curtain. You aim until this part of the antenna, walk, then as you reach this part, you do a running jump throw, and this will fly across the map to land right in front of the site, like playing bench. So it's a really good fake B smoke. In your mid, you can just do your typical nest smoke from here. Okay, that's a terrible one. Okay, I think it's in the middle. Yes, like that. And if you want to smoke B short, you just do this. Should smoke B short properly. And if you want to learn the like top connector smoke, like, okay, you can see from the character model of how I'm holding my smoke grenade. You cover this antenna with the pin, and then just smoke it. And then you can do this. Fucking good. No one knows this smoke much, okay? So yeah, typical smokes. There's also the fast B rush smoke that the one my friends used to know. I don't know if they know it yet still. So basically, like you line up this with this part and then just do a jump throw. And then if you want to do the other one, like the McDonald's smoke, you aim at this spot, like this dark spot inside the, and then you can have a perfect wall of smokes here. Yeah. There's also this smoke that you can do. Aim in the middle. This for the McDonald's smoke as well. Then the second part would be right here. And then there's the bench smoke you can do from here. And then this is for the main site itself. Aim at this part and line up with this corner. Left click throw. Yes, so it looks like this. Then there's also like the typical smoke window. You can do this. And then you can also smoke B short from here. Just left click. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. You can smoke B short from here. And then there's also the fake B smokes that you can do. Like if I'm not wrong, you aim here and then do a running throw until you reach like this cable where they intersect. And then if I'm not wrong, you aim slightly bit over here, slightly to the left. And then this one should be slightly to the left as well. I haven't mastered it yet, but you guys can experiment to figure out. So yeah, I think it should be around there, by the way. That's all I know. I think it should be okay. If it's okay, maybe slightly to the right a bit. Yeah, slightly to the right. It should land like around in the stairs area. Okay, maybe slightly higher. Okay, you guys roughly know where the smoke is. That's all you guys need to know. For CT and for A side, you can smoke jungle, like deep jungle like this. Aim at the corner, smoke. For stairs, your typical stair smoke. For CT, your typical CT smoke. Or you can do this as well, like aim at this T. Oh wait, no, that's a terrible one. Oh, wait, oh, it's this one. Oh, you aim here, then you do the T. Then you throw a T. There's a one close like this, you aim here. Also CT smoke. There's a fast one where you can do run over here. Jump throw. And when you guys do a flash, by the way, you can like flash in the middle of the site and then flash behind your teammates like this. And the second one is really good because like you basically blind everyone except for your teammates, right? You can even flash the guy from like jungle and stairs. It's fucking OP. And you can do this like typical default. You can also like the one that I teach you guys. If there's a smoke here, for example, you can smoke the on the palace by just lining up with this part of the doorway. Like you rub it here, like just go into this corner and then just aim. Just left, right, just do a left click. And then you can also do this. Yeah. Then there's also the mid smoke. Mid smoke is you aim in this middle part, in this middle section. And then just see this and then aim in between the middle, then left click throw. And then it should land perfectly right in the middle of the jungle. Connector also. So yeah, these are the typical CT side take. And for flashes that you can do, you can bounce it off high. Okay, that's a terrible one. Not too high. So just bounce it off like this. And then you can enter the side from here. It's really good because like if you're if you're a teammate, right, and then you go up here, you won't get flashed, but the people from CT like play the side will get flashed, especially the stairs area, so it's good. Then there's also this flash. Now for taking mid, you can do like, so if there's a smoke here, right, you just aim at this part of the building and then just left click throw, and you can molly like connector, and then you can also like crouch. You can just stand, aim at this area, and then you can flash connector. Like it's really fucking good because you don't expect it, right? You can also do this flash, if I'm not wrong, for a teammate. Like aim at that spot to flash the connector area. Really good. You can flash right here so that your underpass guy can push in. And then some people actually don't know this as well, but you can, I think you can use, no, you can actually, okay, if I'm not wrong, you can like aim at this and then go slightly lower, just basically like around this area. You can flash B short, especially this guy playing here. You can flash B short like this. If they're trying to push up, they can get flashed. And then if there's a smoke down here, you can flash for your teammate. Just aim around this area, just flash high, and you can flash B short quite well. Or you can just do this, or you can just like do a shift walk or a run flash. For me, you should know that there's not much to do for flashing. You can flash from the left side to focus towards the side. You can flash on the right side to focus towards bench. And then you can do this running flash where you aim at this part of the wall, run, and it will bounce outside so that you can flash the people playing this spot. Right, you can flash the people playing this spot. I highly recommend you guys know how to flash this. So one thing that you guys need to know, right, is that if you guys are gonna flash this, if we're doing a B rush and a guy calls under apps flash like this, fuck, that's a terrible one. Okay, if a guy tries to do an under apps flash and then he calls it, if you're the guy coming out, please don't look opposite, because this guy will get flashed by this, right? Once a guy says I'm flashing under apps, focus towards bench. You're gonna get flashed. So just aim around this area, right? And then you jump out, focus this. Because this guy will get flashed. The second guy will just come in to help you clear the guy who got flashed, right? So pretty much it. So just do this, front row. So yeah, just be careful, you might flash your own teammate, by the way. So pretty simple. As a CT, you can actually flash mid from here. The skybox is pretty big, so you don't need to worry about hitting the top of the skybox. Be sure to. And you can also try to flash mid if your opera have a bad spawn into side like this. If you're CT guy and you're trying to help the connector or the opera who have a bad spawn, you can flash. If you want to flash for your aim in close, you can do this. Just run here, like aim around this area quite high, and then just do this. They don't expect it because it's like hiding from their point of view until they see this at the last minute. It's really good. And if you're trying to like do an eco rush, right, you can bounce it off the wall and it will flash last minute. So like from the point of view, they won't see it until they see this, and then they're either looking away, and when they're looking away, you can just like flash them. If you really want like a really solid flash, you can just do this instead. Like aim slightly to the left of that box because it's gonna hit them right smack in the face. Or you can like go even higher so they really have no time. And if you want to flash the guy at like this, and you guys are like going deep into aiming and they're holding this, what you can do is that you can do a supporting flash by just do a jump throw. And usually they won't be too like, they won't have time to react, because if you're the guy holding here, you're just holding this spot and then suddenly you see the flash and you're white and you can't see shit. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Mirage. So have fun, I guess.